Hey YouTube, I've been asked a few times when I'm out riding and also on my channel how I've got things set up to tow with that heavy duty trailer and two side-by-sides using my F-150. So thought I'd do a quick video on how I set this up and how well it performs for me. First off, I'm on truck number, I'm going to guess 6, probably F-150s, and I've never had one in the shop, believe it or not, in all those years for anything. I mean, nothing. It's just been amazing, a little broken plastic here or there, but that's it. But nothing mechanically ever taking it in or failures in them. So I am a F-150 fan for life. I sold my 2016 and bought a 2019 at the end of the year. I always buy platinums. I just love that setup and the creature comforts in it. Um, and so I always get the Eco Boost now that it's out, because that thing is sitting there. That's a 3.5 liter Eco Boost, but that thing's running 375 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque in that. That is plenty to take on my trailer and my rides. And so here's my trailer set up as you've seen in a previous video. Um, this trailer weighs about 3,500 pounds, fully loaded down. I think this trailer and rides probably are somewhere around the 8,000 pound range. So with that much weight on my truck, it actually just, it picks up and rides smooth. When I'm in heavy traffic and stop and go traffic, I'm going to put the truck in sport mode. That's going to give me all the torque I need, starting and stopping off the line and keeping up and not slowing everybody down. And then I'll put it in haul mode, which will engine brake as you come down for, safety and what have you. I've also, if you've seen in the past, I've also taken and added a second set of brakes on that rear set of wheels. It wasn't hard. It did take me a few hours to put them on, but it was well worth it, so that I now have four-wheel brakes on this thing, because as heavy as this thing is, being pulled by an F-150, yeah, there's always a danger, and I've had a couple of close calls until I put the two sets of brakes on. So that's my setup, but I didn't stop there, because everybody has a problem with the truck sag on these things, right? You put that much weight near the tongue, you need tongue weight to keep yourself stable, but you're also sagging, and if you travel at night, you've got headlights in people's eyes, and it doesn't ride as smooth, and it's you could cause some problems if you start to shimmy or wobble or what have you, and run out of control. So here's what I bought. Let me show you these. This is a kit from Airlift. Firestone makes one as well. I've had two of these kits. I have put them on the last two vehicles. They are very simple to install. This is an air kit, and let me tell you, it is the best investment you can make if you tow anything. So this is a 2,000 pound load leveling. Do not, I repeat, do not get the 5,000 pound thinking bigger is better. Boy, did I make that mistake on my last truck. I listened to the guy on the phone at one of the part shops, and he said, "Oh yeah, you need that. You need the 5,000 pound." With no air in that 5,000 pound, I was bouncing all. It was comical how bad that truck ran with a 5,000 pound. So do yourself a favor. If you tow every single day on a huge load, stick it on. But if you are driving your truck around like normal, don't do it. So this kit here, this looks complex, right? This is the easiest thing to install on your truck you would ever see. All you literally do, watch the videos out there. This is a 20-minute per side deal, maybe 30 minutes per side when you take the tire off. You just take your wheel off, and this is all bolt on. All these parts just bolt on, and it's hard to go wrong. And so you just run your cables back, individual cables back to the back of your truck. You can put them on, right beside your license plate holder or what have you, and you can air them up manually. Um, this 2,000 pounds is absolutely perfect. When you drop down to 5 pounds in this thing, which is the minimum weight, your truck rides so smooth. It's baby smooth. And I upgraded my shocks at the same time. I purchased the Bilstein shocks for this truck. Hey, Ford F-150 owners, when you buy a new F-150, Ford puts the crappiest shocks. There's a lot they do right, but the one thing they do wrong is put crappy shocks on these trucks. When you get your truck new, do a comparison, buy these shocks. Go down to the local Home Depot or Lowe's and ride those bumps in the parking lot and watch your back of your truck go bang, bang, bang. It's horrible, right? You put these Bilstein shocks on there. This is my opinion. Um, that truck will ride so much smoother for a $95 investment right there on Amazon. I have put these shocks on my last two trucks. A friend of mine told me about it when he rode with me. He said, your truck will ride so much smoother if you just change out the rear shocks. I have not changed out the front shocks. It may ride smoother if I do even more, but the front shocks seem to be fine, but the rear shocks are always bad. So I changed to these Bilsteins. I put the ride control kit on. It took me a whole hour to put it on, but what I also did in this ride control, if you notice, this product you can buy for $250. So it's not going to break your bank here. This is a great $250 investment. But what I also did was buy the Wireless One air compressor kit for this. This is another half-hour install on here, which is even just as easy to install as the first. You just run your cables up to your battery up front. You can mount this by screwing it in. It's self-tapping screws on your frame rail, which is where it goes. And you just put your air in and out, and you tee off to both your airbags. And this is a wireless. I just clip it to my visor, and I set the 5 pounds on the lower dot, and 75 pounds. You get to set what settings you want on your upper and lower, and then you can control up or down. So this is a wireless air control. So all you do is load up your trailer and hit the second dot. It brings me up to what I feel is correct on my trailer. 75 pounds is a beautiful ride on it. This is 100 to, I think it's 1 pound or 5 pounds to 100 pounds. And so here's a beautiful setup for you. This is about 350. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah. So here's the SD Truck Springs company that I bought these from, and so far they've always put these on sale, and for 250 bucks for the air ride kit is so worth it. Again, don't get the 5,000 pound, you'll regret it. I sold mine off on eBay used after I took it off a month later. And they also they sell the airlift kit, compressor kit for $332. So there's your airlift kit for $332 and ready to install as well. And so these are very simple to install. Watch your videos out there on YouTube. It sure makes a difference in how I tow, especially on long haul. Towing at night when you got your headlights where they need to be and nobody's complaining about it, and just a smooth ride all the way around day after day without a trailer on it. You put those shocks, you put this ride control, which also that little 5 pounds of air really helps that rear end. I run a 4x4 this time, and so I think the same kit's for both. But again, I hope this was helpful and good information. They make these kits for Chevys, they make these kits for Dodges and everybody, and they're so worth putting on your truck for SAG when you're towing trailers, and for security and safety as well. Hey, as usual, thanks guys and gals for listening in. Like, subscribe, and I so appreciate you all following me and all the great comments you give me all the time. Take care and have a great week.